Hey everybody, AstroNerdBoy here. And today I wanted to do a video to talk about why I rage quit Fate Grand Order for the second and final time. This actually happened quite some time ago back when J. Alter, as I call her, Berserker, was first released into the game. And it was during her campaign that I basically had enough. And I basically went full El Nutso on just like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. So I wanted to talk about why I had decided to go ahead and just quit the game. And so I have 5 things that I want to go over. And the first is, they're in no specific order, but the first is the tedious rock, paper, scissors combat combined with the RNG card system that's in the game. So the rock, paper, scissors is all about, oh, well, hey, I have a saber. And sabers are weak against archers. Oh my goodness. Why? I don't know. But they're stronger against lancers. Why? Don't know. And they're neutral against everyone else for the most part, except for, like berserkers, whom they're doubly strong against and doubly weak against, and blah, 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 blah. So I don't like rock, paper, scissors combat. It's just tedious to me. I want to play where I have the characters that I want to play and play them how I want to play them, and not go, oh, well, I'm kind of restricted because, I'm at a severe disadvantage if I use X characters, but I'm at a severe advantage if I use Y characters, and hopefully I have the best Y characters. And I don't like that. So that just has always just pissed me off. Now, I put up with it for a long time. I really did. But as the game went on and, it became more, they were doing more and more things to make it challenging. It was just pissing me off more and more and more. And I just couldn't stand it anymore. So I just said, screw it, I'm done. Can't stand it anymore. And then the RNG card system that we'll see up here in the gameplay footage you see in the background, that kind of ticked me off too, because now you're at the whim of, oh, well, I have those are the only things I can do. The only attack that I kind of sort of have control over is whether or not one of my servants cast her or his noble phantasm. That's it. Otherwise, it's like, okay, here are the characters who can possibly attack. Good luck. And I don't like that either. I don't like that RNG. I'd rather have my cast of servants out there, and I'd like them to have like a basic, a special, an ultimate, their noble phantasm, maybe a passive, and they have turn meter, and they get to go based on turn meter, and they always get to use their basic no matter what. And, maybe they get to do their buffs and debuff things too as quick actions. That would be fun. But as it is, the rock, paper, scissors and the RNG card system, just so you can maybe RNG into a buster up here like I got going on here, or whatever, is just, it's just not fun to me. I put up with it for a long time. Not fun. So the second one on my list is the insane energy expense that is in the game. So when you're doing like your daily, well, I said call them dailies, but they're not dailies. You don't even have to do them, but they're the little daily task challenge quest or whatever. So you can get embers, you can get currency, or you can get mats, right? And each day is a different speciality and stuff. And, they're not that hard to do once you get up to a certain level and you can 3-turn clear them. It's just mindless. That they don't piss me off. That doesn't piss me off. Actually, I didn't mind that. I didn't mind the quick, 3-turn clears. I want to 3-turn clear everything. The way this game is designed, I want to 3-turn clear everything. I don't want to take a bunch of time trying to get through crap because it's just not fun to me. But the energy expense was like to do the top level of these quests was like 40 AP. if that was the right term. It's been a while since I played the game, quite some time, so I don't even remember. But the fact of the matter is that everything was just expensive. Now, I know some people say, well, but Astro, there's apples. You could use apples, and that's true, but think about it, though. Did you use a lot of apples trying to do things? Probably not. Not unless you were just, like, desperate to get through some campaign so that you could, do the next event that was locked behind the campaign. So, yeah, I thought things in this game were always way too expensive for the amount of energy that you got. I mean, at the level I'm at, which wasn't max level. It was max level until the level cap raised. I think it was like I got to 140. All I could do was 3 of those daily tasks. That's it. 4, 8, 12, and then I'd have 20 left over. 20 energy. So, yeah. So, that's number 2. Expense. Let me play the game. If I'm going to play the game, let me play the bloody game. Stop trying to restrict me because reasons. So, number 3, and again, these are not in any sort of specific order, but number 3 really is one that kind of pissed me off because it was events like the one you see going on. This is the event that was going on when I rage quit. So number 3 is tedious events. I mostly despised events because I wanted to just 3-turn clear things. I did not want to have to deal with long drawn out combat because of the combat system. I hate the combat system. So if you hate the combat system, naturally you want it over as fast as possible, right? I wouldn't mind the combat if it was more like, say, a Marvel Strike Force or a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes type combat system. That would have been fine. That would have been fun, actually, because then you feel like you have a bit more in control of strategy. Now, there's still an RNG factor in those games. All games have an RNG factor. But at least here, with that system, it's just more fun, more strategic. Whereas here, I'm just, the way Fate Grand Order is, I'm at the mercy of total RNG. What cards came up, my only control is what servants I bring into the fight, and did I get lucky and, maybe I can 3-turn clear. So, which, I could not do here. So, stuff like that would kind of tick me off, although the ghost got stunned. So, at least there was that. So I didn't like get insta-killed or something stupid like that. But that aside, yeah, there were only 2 events in this game that I liked. The first were any lottery event, and that was because lottery events were, you got a good set of rewards for the time you spent in the game. So just constantly going through and 3-turn clearing everything was fun because you knew you were getting all kinds of cool rewards. And I enjoyed it immensely. So that was what I would do. I had no problem spending hours. In fact, I've got videos of live streams I did going through the lottery events like NeroFest and stuff. And yeah, it was just fun because you did this stuff and you get like a boatload of rewards. And that was yeah. But most events you don't get a boatload of rewards. You do a lot of work and for limited rewards. You grind to get bloody currency. You grind to get the currency for a store. And if you're lucky, and you had enough time to do in the game, then you might can clear the store. But more often than not, I didn't have time to clear the store. So my whole thing was, get the most important stuff. And a lot of times it would not be enough. It might be something very valuable. It might be something I really needed. But at the same time, it would be like a drop in the bucket of the total that I needed. So you spend a lot of time in game, grind. And yeah, the sad part is that events were the best time spent to get the limited amount of mats and stuff that you needed. So, so yeah, lottery events were great, and I actually enjoyed Setsubun. Setsubun was a fun event for me because it was so different. There was no tedious list to go through, no trying to be efficient as possible with your energy because everything's so bloody expensive. No, I mean, there probably was a store. I don't remember. There's always a store. There's always bloody CE, which we'll get into later. But the Setsubun itself was actually kind of fun. Now, as I recall, when I played the one that I played, I did not get up to the top of the second tower, but I had fun. I just had fun because I got to use characters in my roster that I would not ordinarily use. Now, granted, the unfun part for people who didn't have a wide roster, yeah, I could see how Setsubun would not have been fun for them. But because I had whaled out on the game, thanks to being the official Tenchi Muyo, True Tenchi Muyo novel adapter, so I had a bunch of extra money. I said, I'm going to go whaling out. And so, I was able to do some stuff and get a semi-decent roster and get it, in decent enough shape so that I could at least do some stuff. Not great shape, so I couldn't, get to the 100% completion in the event, but, it was still fun to me. So, but outside of, like I said, Setsubun and the lottery events, no other event of any significance, and I'm not talking about the little minor events. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the major events. No other major event was one that I found fun. This stuff you see going on in the background here, not fun. I did not enjoy this. It was very difficult when I recorded this because I just cannot. This in fact, just looking at this fight just makes me go, ugh, good grief, man, this sucked. So, number 4 is the CE system. So, one of the things that really just pissed me off about the game is the insane number of CE you get. Now, I don't have a problem with CE in and of itself. CE were fine. I like CE. They give your characters a boost. But there were restrictions. There was only like so many points you could use. So you had you couldn't bring in a whole cast of 5-star servants. And you couldn't and every one of them could not have 5-star CE because reasons. That's just the rule of the game. So yeah, all right, fine, you deal with it. But now and then you see you got artificial restrictions being placed on you because reasons, and I just didn't enjoy it. But I dealt with it. But then it was like every time you turned around, you were getting a new CE, and it's a worthless CE. But you want to keep it because it's like, well, it's got cool art. I kind of like it. The artist who busted their can to do it, I mean, they're proud of it, but you can't keep them all. There's not enough. You do not have the storage to keep every smegging CE they put out. And every event, it's like, oh, here's a whole bunch of CE. It's a minimum of 3. 1 3-star, 1 4-star, 1 5-star. And you're going to have that every event. And some events, you get double that because F you. We want you to spend a ton of money. Roll in that gacha. Because maybe, just maybe, you'll get to max limit break, that craft essence. And it sucked, Because let's face it, if you can't max limit break the CE, it's not that great. It's not. I mean, it can be useful to a limited extent, but max limit broken CEs, what are you going to use? Max limit broken CE or non-max limit broken? You're always going to go for the max limit broken CE, period. End of story. So, but anyway. But yeah, there were just always a ton of CEs. And you're always just being dogpiled with more CEs. There's not enough space for them. So that means you got to get rid of them or shove stuff into archives. And it was just a pain in the butt. The whole CE system is broken beyond belief. Don't put a restriction on how many CEs if you're going to give us 50 billion CEs over the course of the game. So that was that. That was something, and you can hear I was trying not to get pissed off, but just thinking about these things just pisses me off. So anyway, so pressing right along, the final thing that really made me want to rage quit the game is the gacha system. Now, all gacha games suck in terms of the gacha system themselves for the most part. Now, some are better than others. I know some gacha games, the drop rates are way better than they are in Fate Grand Order. And Fate Grand Order, from what I've seen, it has not been doing as well of late compared to more modern games. So, the problem that I have, the biggest problem I have with the gacha system here is not just that rate up is a lie. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is I want to play a quote-unquote hero collector game. As such, I want to collect all the servants. I don't want to not collect servants. But this game says, well, wait, you need to not collect servants unless you pay us. And it just sucks. Now, when I was whaling out, it was fun dropping mad bank and getting servants, really good servants to NP2. But at the same time, once the money's out, that's it. I spent 1,800 SQ trying to get Scotty. 1,800. I didn't get one 5-star. That was the start of me going, you know what? Why am I playing this game? 1,800 SQ, not one 5-star servant. Or did you get a 5-star CE? Yeah, but a couple. But I wasn't looking for CEs, was I? I was looking for bloody Scotty. And I was only looking for one. And I didn't get one. I didn't even get any 5-star servants. None. And I'm going, how is this even possible? I have 1,800 SQ. How? Mathematically, I should have gotten something. But nope. Nothing. And I just started thinking to myself, well, wait, why am I playing a game that if you want to play free to play, you can't get the servants you want? You have to just say, okay, well, I can only get my waifu character and then maybe have a secondary waifu character. And I have to be content with that. And I have to play the game with lesser servants. And yes, I can beat the game. Of course, it's much more challenging. And I might get my ass kicked a few times and spend way more AP than someone else who wails out and goes full Kraken on the game. But hey, it's awesome. It's bloody awful. No, it's bloody awful. I'm tongue-tied there, but that's aside. Yeah, but I want to collect all the servants. I did not want to not collect the servants. I wanted to collect the servants, and I can't. Not without spending money. It is impossible. You cannot collect all the servants in this game without spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you want them, like some of the servants you want at higher NPs levels for obvious reasons, and now you're talking at least in the $100,000 range to do that. I mean, it totally sucks. And so, that was where, frankly, I just said, you know what? Enough is enough. I am tired of dealing with a game where I cannot get the servants I want to get. I want to get the servants I want to get. I don't want to be restricted. And, that's why I kind of gravitated toward more hero collector games, because at least, with the unfairness that those games have, and all games have their levels of unfairness, all games have their levels of suck, but at least there, I can at least farm for every character. Not right away, maybe. The whales and krakens may be able to get them leveled up, get them starred up to max star level, max gear level, way faster than me. It may take me 3 or 4 months to do that, but I can do it. But not with Fate Grand Order. Fate Grand Order, I'm totally dependent on whether or not RNG lets me have something out of the gacha. And that's that. So, but that's it. That's why I quit. If you liked the video, give me a like, subscribe, all the other fun stuff. And now you know, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think. And until the next time, we'll see you later.